The history of empires is often written in gold and blood, but the story of the Roman Empire's crisis of the 3rd century is a narrative of a world teetering on the edge of a literal abyss. Imagine the year 180 AD. The empire is at its absolute zenith. From the misty highlands of Britain to the sun-scorched sands of Egypt, a single law prevails. The roads are engineering marvels, trade flows like water, and the Mediterranean is proudly called Mare Nostrum, our sea, because every grain of sand on its shore belongs to Rome. However, with the death of the philosopher king Marcus Aurelius, the last of the 5 good emperors, the Golden Age didn't just fade, it shattered. What followed was a descent into a chaotic cauldron that nearly erased Rome from the map. For the next 5 decades, the throne became a death sentence. Emperors rose and fell faster than the seasons, with over 25 men claiming the purple robe in 50 years. Almost none died of old age. They were cut down by their own bodyguards or rival generals. By the year 260 AD, the structural integrity of the Roman world had failed. To the west, Gaul, Spain, and Britain broke away to form their own Gallic Empire. To the east, the wealthy city-state of Palmyra, led by the formidable Queen Zenobia, seized control of Egypt and Syria. Rome was no longer a colossus, it was a fragmented heart beating in a dying body. The collapse wasn't just political, it was a total economic meltdown. To fund the endless civil wars, emperors began debasing the currency. What was once a coin of pure silver became a copper slug thinly washed in silver. Inflation exploded, trust in the state vanished, and the sophisticated global trade network reverted to primitive bartering. As the borders crumbled and Germanic tribes began to cross the Rhine and Danube, the world waited for the final blow. It seemed certain that the light of classical civilization was about to be extinguished forever. In this darkest hour, a man named Aurelian emerged. He was not a sophisticated aristocrat, but the son of a peasant, a soldier who had bled his way up through the ranks. He had no time for the delicate theater of the Senate. He had a mission of restoration. In a whirlwind 5-year reign, Aurelian achieved the impossible. He raced across Europe to crush the invading barbarians, marched east to dismantle the Palmyrene Empire and capture Zenobia, and finally forced the Gallic Empire back into the fold. When he returned to Rome, the Senate gave him the title Restitutor Orbis, the restorer of the world. He didn't just save the borders, he resurrected the Roman psyche. Ultimately, the story of Rome's survival teaches us that empires rarely perish from a single external blow. They usually decay from within, and saving them requires a radical, often painful adaptation. Rome survived the 3rd century, but it emerged as a different creature. The loose federation of cities was replaced by a rigid, militarized autocracy. The citizen was gone, replaced by the subject. The empire bought itself another 2 centuries of existence, but the price of survival was the very soul of the Roman Republic. It is a haunting reminder that even the most powerful structures must evolve or perish, though the cost of that evolution might change the world forever.